Good morning, everybody. It's 16th of September now, and this is Care Wednesday. Now, I decided to call it Care. So many things going through my head anyway, and still lots of negative news and lots of uncertainty. So, and I think that's many people are experiencing stress and anxiety due to this ongoing uncertainty. There just seems to be so much confusion. So I thought I'd go back on the old saying, and I've talked about it before, but self-care. It's very important to take care, do everything to take care of yourself, because if you can't take care of yourself, then it'll be impossible to look after others. And it's not being selfish if you don't take care of yourself. The frontline workers, I think we've got to think of all the people who might have difficulty in taking care of themselves because of the type of work they do. They're constantly on the go. The frontline workers, they've all had a traumatic time, and the difficult time is still ahead yet, I think, because we've just not, there's still a lot of confusion around. So these frontline workers probably have not had time to take care of themselves, and they are the ones that really need to. But I know that many of them have been telling me they've been following my tips, and they're easy to use. They're ABC, my Mind Bites meditations, the mindfulness meditations, and they have helped them. So I've been told, and that's fabulous. Thank you very much for that. So we've all got to try and do our bit. So, but for the rest of us, what about that? Well, most of us, we do have time to take care of ourselves. We maybe don't do it, but in various ways, I'm going to be giving some tips today on how to do it. A lot of maybe repetition, but repetition is good. It becomes a good habit. It'll probably come as no surprise that I've mentioned most of these tips before, but then, as I say, I make no apologies for this because repetition becomes then a good habit. And of course, the tips I do, they are backed by science, and they will help you to feel better about yourself. They are proven psychological strategies. Let's look back over the months of lockdown where many people were putting efforts into doing new things, from baking, singing, dancing, and much, much more. Others were desperate to get back to work or to some sense of normality. And there was confusion again. Do we go back to work? Do we work from home? What about getting on the bus? What about getting in transport? And of course, anxiety and stresses just rise. Now, some areas are back in lockdown and many are faced with isolation, and it's a hard time for everybody. We may all be in the same storm, but we're definitely in different boats. So whether you've been focusing on work or caught up in trying to keep yourself busy so you don't have to worry about all these things, you might have ignored what's right in front of you. You've maybe forgotten to look up, to look around you and see what's happening, particularly looking at the beauty of nature. Of course, if you've been putting effort into lots of projects, then take a moment to praise yourself and be proud of what you've achieved. But I'm going to ask you to take a step back and just think about yourself and how you can take care of yourself. Self-care can help you avoid health problems because you're managing and relieving your stress. This helps keep you healthy, and of course it avoids the risk of heart problems even. When you look after yourself, you improve your mental and physical health as well, because when you manage your stress, you just feel overall better. Your self-esteem improves and your overall well-being. Your mind and body will be more in tune if you look after yourself. And for me, this means not just doing physical exercise, but doing mental workouts. Remember the power of the mind. One reason some people don't take care of themselves is actually really because of past conditioning. They've probably been told it's selfish to think of yourself, it's self-indulgent, and when you think this way, it means you'll feel guilty when you take time to look after yourself. And even when you take a small break or something, you think, oh no, this is really self-indulgent. It's not true. As I've said, you need to take care of yourself. Now, it's not easy. I've been there. I was the one with the mug written across my forehead, rushing about after everybody else, thinking I've got to do everything. Now, that's fine because I enjoyed doing it, but I have learned to remove this mugwort on my forehead. Not always, but I do make time for myself, even if it's just a minute or two. That's why I designed the short, easy tips. It's okay, obviously, to do nice things for yourself as well and give yourself a treat, but everything in moderation. And if you always indulge in material things, it might make you feel good for a little while, but it's not going to bring you happiness and this kind of inner happiness. You need to be kind to yourself as well. So I'm going to take a moment just to go back to the frontline workers, the nurses, emergency workers, drivers, and many more. If they neglect their own health, wellness research has shown that it can reduce their effectiveness. So really, in fact, a few of my listeners and watchers have been saying, messaging me to say thanks for the ABC tip, and they've been trying to spread it around this, give other people the idea of ABC and the short tips that can help, because they really do help. So thank you very much for that. So when you take care of yourself, your relationship with others, that improves as well, and you're then able to support your loved ones and those around you. So what do? Well, make a plan. Have a plan. Write down some things you can do. Look at your inspiration board. If you haven't heard about it before, go back and listen to some of my videos. I have an inspiration board, and I can look at it and just see and say I'm proud of what I've done and what I've still to achieve. Affirmations, have a card, write down be kind to myself, and just have it by your desk or in your purse or your wallet. Do this daily, and kind of just to practice these things daily really does help. Another tip, go outside. Now, if you can remember to socially distance, of course, but just breathing in the outside air, looking at the sky, the clouds, the warmth of the sun in your face. If you've got the sun, we've got clouds today, but it's quite warm here. Look at how the leaves are turning to gold, yellow, vibrant red for autumn. And when it's raining, now even when it's raining, when do you manage, you should do, stop and just look at some of the raindrops hanging from a leaf. They're like tiny jewels. Or I've seen amazing spiders' webs with raindrops, just displaying the most fantastic fine structure. It's like the steel strength of the spider's featherweight web. They say that spider silk is 5 times as strong as the same weight of steel. Absolutely stunning. That's nature. If you can't go outside, research shows that if you look at a beautiful picture of nature, then you actually will feel better. Again, it's like, stop listening to all this negative news. I was listening the other day, and I listened to more than maybe one episode or one news bulletin, and it got me really depressed. I thought, right, I have to stop this. If you need to catch up, that's fine, but just close your eyes for a minute and take yourself to a beautiful place. Use one of my Mind Bites meditations. I'll do one at the end. I think, maybe just take yourself off to your safe place. Try doing exercise rather than just in the gym. Maybe go outside. I know there's lots of people, we've had loads of people running and jogging outside, but it's just being, I think, outside in the air makes you feel better. And of course, the old saying, smile at others. This makes them happy, it makes you happy, and it costs you nothing. Breathe, remember to breathe efficiently. That's my the breathing technique. And the deep breathing, it reduces stress, it calms you down, but it also energizes because you're oxygenating the blood. Breathing in an aroma, that's another. I've always liked aroma. In fact, I trained as an aromatherapist. Some like this, some don't. Some might find that certain smells, certain aromas give them a headache, but it's usually because the aroma is too strong, or it's maybe not for them. I love aromatherapy, but I remember a friend saying to me, "Oh, that lavender's useless. It didn't calm me down, and I got headaches." And I said, "But so how are you using it?" And I was quite astounded because she said, "I'm putting it on pillows, bedding, cushions. It was everywhere. Obviously, far too much. You've got to remember that these essential oils, they're very potent." And you really should consult a professional aromatherapist, not just dot smells around everywhere. But of course, one aroma to one person, they might find it soothing and it can aggravate another. Even the candles, even the, not candles, but there's lots of other new scents. You heat up some wax, they can be beautiful, but they can be headachy. But that's just maybe you, and others can like it. So find one that suits you, but don't sort of overdo it. It's a bit like perfume, isn't it? You put some on and you don't smell it, so you start putting more and more on. But that's just because you've kind of got used to it. But others are like, wow, what are you wearing today? Anyway, reduce your stress by letting go of things you can't control. I mean, that's a favourite one. I mean, people are always worrying about things, and I'll say to them, "Have you got any control over it?" And they go, "Well, not really." I said, "Well, let it go." And of course, you can do this by being mindful. Focus on the present. Don't judge your feelings or your thoughts. Let go, and you can do this by using the Mind Bites meditation. They are mindful meditations, and they're proven psychological technique for reducing stress and anxiety. Now, the opposite of this, I'm going to say, is shout or even swear, maybe not in public, but I'm not suggesting you do this in front of people, but take yourself off somewhere you can be alone and just let rip, scream, shout, whatever you want to do. This releases tension and it can reduce physical pain, and it boosts confidence and self-esteem. So maybe try that. They say sometimes if you're when you're really angry, to like punch a pillow. You need to get that tension and that angst out. And it's the same with shouting and screaming. I remember I used to, I still can do, but if you've got a car, take yourself off to where there's nobody around and just scream. Just let all of that go, and you really feel better. It's releasing all of that tension. Read a good book. Now, reading on a regular basis is shown to keep your mind sharp as you get older. And of course, who wouldn't want that? If you read a book before bed, you can find it improves your sleep. If people find it difficult to sleep, I often suggest that they just get up, relax in a chair and read a book. You might even find yourself nodding off. Of course, it's important to get enough sleep, but don't get hung up about other people saying, "Oh, you need 8 hours, oh, you need 9, oh no, I only do 2. Find a pattern for yourself. If you're struggling, of course, seek professional help. If you've got a pet, now for me that's a dog, but just play with it, look at it, watch it, all these playful things they do, and of course they give unconditional love, and you can stroke it and pat it, and there's nothing better. I don't really have time for a dog. My dog sadly passed away, my Beaglet, Fudge, but I borrow my son's dog. You've seen it, the Vizsla Fudge, and of course I just love having her. She thinks that she's, like a lap dog and wants to sit with me. Nothing better than making you feel good, having a pet. I just love the dogs. And of course, if you don't have a pet, then they say research shows that actually you can feel better by looking at cute pictures of animals, watch the YouTube videos of funny animals. I bet we've all been doing that, and you find yourself laughing and saying, one of the ones I love is Andrew Cotter. Andrew Cotter, his videos on Olive and Mabel, I absolutely love looking at them, and you just immediately get that feel-good factor. Of course, as people know from my Facebook, I love wild animals. I love lions and elephants and lots. Just they fascinate me, and I really feel good. They give me strength. I look at the strength of the animal and the might of the animal. Which reminds me, actually, I did a blog there, not on an animal, but on the mighty oak tree. Another thing, it's nature. You just feel really good and you can pull yourself up and go, I'm strong today. I'm going to be strong like the mighty oak. The other ones, of course, I think I posted one the other day of a leopard who's just flopped out in a tree. Well, that's quite good as well. Get to the weekend, and that's just how to do it. Just relax. Another tip is to declutter. It's amazing how much better you'll feel. I know lots of older people, maybe during the pandemic and still at this time, are worried, but I've got a 93-year-old. She's like a mum to me. I absolutely adore her. And she's really been busy. She's taken time to declutter. She's very, very, she had lots of jobs to do. She's done everything actually unpaid. She's been a charity worker really, or done work for councils and other things, and she'd so much paperwork, and she said, I'm finding it great, I'm bringing it out. The only downside is, like, I find she's starting to read every bit of paper before she destroys it, so it's taking a bit of time. But anyway, that'll keep her going. And I just love listening to her. She's got a brain's as sharp as a needle. Take a break from social media. Now, I'm one to talk. I've had my nose in the computer, what with marking exams, which are all online now, working out how to start. Oh, this is exciting news, starting a podcast. And I'll just maybe give David there, he's watching at the moment, but I might give him a heads up. I might want to interview you and others similarly, and like have, I don't know, on the sofa with Pat. That maybe sounds, I don't know. We'll think about that. But I'd like to make the podcast sort of engaging, but it'll all be focused on how to feel good about yourself and these sort of tips. And of course, I'm hoping that people will become patrons, because obviously I think that I will need to try and gain the followers, etc. But anyway, that's something in the near future. I'm hoping maybe October. Now, the other tips, of course, the easy to use ones, I've said it already today. Smile, it's free. Laugh, it is the best medicine. And hugs. Now, hugs reduce negative moods, and they've got this feel-good factor, possibly due to touch, but just now for many of us, maybe we shouldn't be hugging other people. So I've been talking about virtual hugs, and of course you might remember in a previous video I said let's just hug ourselves, and of course I was showing people how to do it, and somebody actually messaged me and said it was all the wee bit sort of creepy, but in fact it's a bit like Reiki, if you've heard of that. You can actually kind of bring energy into yourself. So when I demonstrate, it maybe still looks a bit creepy, but if you don't have someone to hug, give yourself a hug, just wrapping your hands round yourself, and it can really feel good. You feel this kind of warmth. So try it. And you can, when you're alone, there's nobody there to laugh at you. You can laugh at me because you're watching me on a video, so it could be creepy. But try it, it really works. And of course, finally, my ABC. So today, the affirmation would be, I look after myself. I am kind to myself, and I recommend that you write this down on a card, have it by your desk, in your wallet or purse, and look at it to remind yourself to be kind to yourself. B, take 3 deep breaths, the deep ones, and then C, use your creative imagination just to believe in yourself. Don't let negative talk, your own or others, get in your way, and don't let fear get in your way either. Take yourself off to a beautiful place for self-care. So today, the ABC I'm going to take you off is to your safe place, your beautiful place. It can be anywhere you want to go or be. And this, it helps you to feel confident, feel safe, and feel secure. And you can immediately, in the couple of minutes you do this, can reduce your stress, and it helps you let go of fear because you're going to that safe place. So as always, I just end with this. Ground ourselves, put your feet on the ground and on the carpet. If you're outside, it'd be beautiful. you know, but we can't really do that just now. It's a bit maybe damp out there. But ground yourself, shoulders back, feel confident, and then close your eyes. Now close your eyes and just take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale. Now imagine yourself in a place that you like to be. This can be anywhere. Somewhere you like to go to dream or just sit. Imagine your surroundings. All around you is quiet. You feel safe. This is your place. No one can enter this safe place unless you want them to. You feel comfortable for just being there. You have no fears when you are there. This is your safe place. Remember this safe place. Go there when you want or need to feel secure and confident. Now you can open your eyes and take a deep breath in through the nose, hold, and then exhale. Take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of all negative thoughts and say to yourself, I am no longer stressed, I feel calm, I am safe, I am no longer anxious, I am secure. And then take another deep breath in, and as you exhale, just relax your shoulders. Now it's a very short meditation, but you know, sometimes when you close your eyes and you do these, it can feel very long, but actually 2 minutes, under 2 minutes, who doesn't have that time? And as I see, particularly some of my doctor friends, nurses, my followers are seeing that it really helps. If they're under pressure, and everyone is under pressure at some time, just take yourself off to a quiet corner. The bathroom I've been promoting, take yourself off there. Close your eyes and just take yourself somewhere you want to be. And that's, say, the A, the B and the C. And it really is as quick as that. So thank you again for watching. It seems funny just doing it once a week, but I practice these techniques every day. I hope you're doing that as well. And just a wee reminder on the updates. I'm managing for Mind Circles, I'm managing to do my blogs again and my newsletters. If you want my newsletters, please join Mind Circles community. It's at mindcircles.co.uk, and thank you everyone for being part of that growing community. And I don't want to overload you with newsletters, just maybe monthly. Or blogs are different. I try and do a blog when something, a topic pops into my mind. But thank you again for the amazing feedback on my book, The Weight of Emptiness. A huge thank you. It's much appreciated. Of course, if you want a signed copy, then message me or go to my website. And thank you again. I hope you have a fabulous day, and just let go of negativity. It's a wonderful day. Just keep saying that. It's another affirmation. It's a wonderful day. And virtual hugs to everybody. Thank you again. Until next Wednesday. Thank you very much.